Hello, and welcome to my demonstration speech. I'm just going to show you my audience clip. I have 3 live audience members and 2 on my phone. Okay, so while the holidays have just wrapped up, I wanted to take the time to show everyone a few different ways that you can wrap up your presents. So maybe most of you have spent most of your time receiving gifts rather than giving and wrapping them. And our parents make it look easy, and when we go to do it for the first time, we find ourselves using too much or too little paper and tape. So today I'm going to show you a few different ways that you can wrap up your presents of any shape or size without it looking terrible. So for the first time, from the time I stopped receiving gifts from Santa, I started helping my mom and my aunts wrap gifts for my cousins. And for the first few years, my only job was to decide which paper to use and to put my finger on the ribbon to finish tying it at the end. By the time I was in my late teens, though, I was able to take half the gifts and wrap them for myself. While they never came out as good as theirs, they let me do it anyway. But when I found myself living on my own and having to wrap presents by myself, I found myself having to rewrap them over and over again, when some of them still came out awful. So this year, I was able to wrap with a little more ease, and I wanted to show you a few of the tips that I tried. So first, I'll show you how to wrap a standard size gift. Next, I'll show you how to wrap a round object. And third, I'll give you a few different options of wrapping without the use of traditional wrapping paper. So first, you'll need a few different items to start. First, you'll need a pair of scissors, tape, wrapping paper, name tags, a pen, ribbon and bows if you would like, and the gift itself. So for the purpose of this demonstration, I've already pre-cut the paper. So you'll want to lay the object on the paper like so, and cover the object halfway. Once you do this, you'll just want to make sure that you have enough on this end to cover the other half. So once you figure that out, you just take this other end, and you'll want nice sharp scissors, that way you don't tear your paper where you don't want it. And just tape one end down. I'm just going to use 1 piece of tape for this size object. Some people will use up to 3 depending on how big your object is. And then you just fold the other end over and do the same with this side. Then you just take the other ends and fold them over and bring them up to the side that you've already taped on. So once you have this done, you'll just turn the box over to the side that doesn't have any tape on it. And on this side, you'll stick your name tag. I usually like to stick mine in the corner, like so. So next, I'll show you how to wrap a round object. And I apologize if this makes any unwanted noise. So you'll want to start by taping one end of the paper down onto the object. Next, you'll pull the paper over to cover the object completely. Once you have this done, you'll notice there's an excess amount of paper on either end. You just want to lightly pull this together and tie each end with a ribbon. like so. This piece may have been cut just a little too low for this side to wrap up the way it should. But in the end, it should look like a piece of candy. Anyway, so if you're not very good at wrapping with traditional wrapping paper, you could use gift bags, or there is the latest trend going around where you can use reusable cloth bags. But there is also an article on the Huffington Post that mentions using old scarves or even scrap pieces of cloth to wrap up your objects. So I hope you're able to take away some tips from this, and whether you're wrapping your round objects or standard size objects, or if you just decide to get creative, I hope you're able to take something from this. Thank you.